I wonder whether this is to do with the fact that we've got a male and female Prime Minister, right? Candidate. I wonder if we're going to have a female Prime Minister. And I don't think it's going to go so well. But this is very antagonistic. And it's almost like this energy that's stuck in the past. And that's what's going to provoke this sort of outcry.
Right, sorry guys, I am holding the phone up, it's on a tripod, so sorry for the steady cam. I wasn't planning on making this video. I've just watched the news today, been quite busy, I've not really been paying attention to political things and things happening in Westminster and goodness knows where else, but I'm in the middle of putting some videos together for the ITC portion of this channel, and what I'm working on now is a set of predictions that I mentioned in my last ITC video that I held off putting out off because of the death of Her Majesty the Queen. And it says about a plan of folly. And in my word predictions, I also picked up a lot of craziness around Britain. Well, today we've just had a budget that's basically said, unless you are one of us, then screw you. In the middle of a cost of living crisis where people are literally struggling to feed their homes, heat their homes, feed their families, etc. After all the pressures of COVID, basically they've cut a few taxes, which means that if you're earning 20 grand a year, you're 150 quid better off. If you're earning 100 grand a year, you're 5 grand better off. If you're earning a million, you're 55 grand better off. Seriously, this because apparently if we help the rich, then they in turn help the poor. How the fuck does that work? Like, this is... And if you're on benefits, fuck you. If this isn't the best example of gaslighting I have ever seen, I don't know what is. It's psychotic, it's narcissistic, it's Machiavellian, it's the unholy triad. And literally to see, so you literally got to do a little bit of maths. Just do a bit of maths. Okay, so I want just to figure out a few figures. I've been generous here, right? So how many people are in there? What's the population in the UK? How many people in the UK? Like, basically you're looking at about 68 million, right? 33 million of those people are in employment, of working age and are in employment. Okay? 1.5 million of those people are on benefits. Basically universal credit, benefits of some kind. 9 million people are on state pension. 13 million people are children. 15 million people with a disability. 71 million people in total. So you basically got like a 4 million overlap, right? Where it might come from like sort of, people who are disabled and on benefits, or disabled and working, or that sort of thing. So it's an approximation, right? It's an approximation of just gives you a sample of just how righteously unfair this is. So just earnings, average earnings per year. If you're a child, you earn nothing, because obviously your parents earn it. Your average wage is 38,000 a year. That's for your working person. Average income for people on benefits is 525 basic, universal credit, and then you get various top ups. Let's say £1,000 ballpark figure, right? £1,200 per year. Might be slightly less, might be slightly more, right? The average income for pensioners is about 15 grand. Okay. Average income for a disabled person who's working is about 23 grand. And the average income for someone on benefits who's disabled is about 18 grand. And that's factored in PIP on top of what the basic rate was above, right? So there's a general sort of cross section, and that's from Googling different sites like the Office of National Statistics and just basically sort of governmental sites and estimates. This is around about an estimate of 2019. So obviously that was 3 years old, but this is roughly about the same, right? So according to Channel 4 News, with this budget this evening, if you earn 20 grand a year through taxable income, so that's through working, so it's not people on benefits, as if you're working and you earn, you take home pay, it's 20 grand a year, you're basically gonna earn, you're gonna save about 170 quid. 160 quid, sorry. Which basically means that you will pay less income tax, national insurance. By the way, you still got to make up for it in council tax and other bills, but well, we won't talk about them. If you earn £100,000 per year or more, you gain 5,200 quid. If you're on £1 million a year or more, you earn 55 grand per year extra. £1.2 million people earn £100,000 a year. 190,000 make over £1 million. So they're saying that they're depending on 190,000 people who make over £1 million to invest what, like £55,000 into. Don't make sense. What they're saying, you don't even have to like think about it. It does not make sense. How the fuck does this help the poor guy in a cost of living crisis? How the hell is this anything but turn around saying we haven't got a clue what to do, so we're just going to pay ourselves? This is blatant, guys. Jesus Christ. Basically, you know, they say the top 1%. There it is. I'm not dissing you if you earn like £100,000 a year job and you've worked hard for it, or £1 million a year job and you've worked hard for it, right? I don't care, right? But basically, when you're coming out with a budget that ultimately the most benefit people are going to benefit from it is 0.28% of society. Who can be the most better off from this? What does that say? What does that tell you? How can it... I'm recording, you know, it's literally the day that the budget's been on. It's 4 o'clock in the morning and I haven't been to bed yet. Because I just wanted to record my reaction to it. This wasn't a video I was planning on putting out. It is going to factor into the videos that are coming out this week. Because I'm working on getting a group of ITC videos done so they can come out fairly regularly at set times. But I'm getting things set up for that. But wow. Yeah. And in the responses that I've gained through these sessions, Spirit are alluding to what happens next. As the way Spirit see things, and they've predicted, there's a session I did on the beginning of August before I even set this channel up, and there's some things that they've said have already happened. And they say what happens after, what happens next. So the next couple of days, the next couple of videos I put out are going to be surrounding what happens next. Okay guys, I'll leave that with you. And thank you very much for watching this video. Leave your comments and thoughts down below. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.